Hi, welcome to another episode of Please Find Attached. Today we are talking about the real reasons why people leave their jobs.
Okay.
Sean,
Yeah, I mean,
Sean,
what?
you're a professional.
Why are you asking me? I even you want to tell me what the next question you're asking.
No. I want people to know that we are talking with someone who is vast in this area.
Like you? We've counted both of us. It's
Yeah,
just
but you're
one
still
company.
doing
I'm
that.
one company.
No,
I'm just one company ahead of you
No,
now.
like two.
It's one. Trust me. Especially now.
No.
It's one.
So they are the ones official. Your football age call. Your
No, but you too, you have those too.
No, I don't.
You have.
I don't have.
But what you even have that is listed is plenty.
Okay.
It's plenty. So let's agree to disagree.
We agree to disagree. So to the topic, how long should someone stay in a role before they should even start thinking around looking for other opportunities?
Good question. The thing is, as much as both of us think we have experience in that field, I actually think we don't. It's ironic. We do, but we don't.
Yeah.
Because how do you... I think different circumstances make people leave organizations, quit. Our fathers will do 30 years civil service, one place. In fact, there's another place I know where people don't resign, all companies. There's a guy I know yesterday. I was just checking his LinkedIn profile. He's an Egbon. And I saw that he spent 34 years in Chevron. 34
Where is it
years. Exactly.
Where
So
is
where is it going?
So when I think about it, we can joke about we've moved around, we've had fluid.
Was it money? Would you say it was money?
Most times it wasn't.
So
So a good example of money stroke growth, banking industry. Banking industry, they, for you to grow fast,
you have to jump around.
You have to move around.
But there are also those that have spent, fortunately, maybe they are very brilliant. They spend 15, 16 years in a bank and they're already like DGM, AGM. It doesn't happen with everybody, but it happens. But anyway, back to the question. I would say, I think the minimum number of years anybody should spend in an organization should be between 3 to 5 years, ideally. Fortunately, I've done 3 years in 2 different organizations. One of them I left because of money, but I now found out that I left everywhere because of money. So, some I didn't leave because I wanted to leave, exits, company leaving Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. But there's one of the key things that I know, from people that I've spoken with, is promotion, stagnancy. And you can't, And it's not about you personally, it's about you find that you're in a company, you've been there for 5 years, nothing is moving. Not like they are treating you badly. Nothing is just moving. In fact, sometimes the company is so good, your guy is not moving, your guy's is not
Everybody's
moving. Everybody's just there, and you just look at it that
I've been in that, but even before talking about being in that, like my first company, I was there 5 years. Why did I leave? So I went for a conference, and at that point in time, I was young. I was that guy that I was in an innovation team. I was that guy that you always, go and meet today for this. So I thought I knew everything. I thought, because in that company, I knew a lot. Right? And I went for one of those tech conferences. And I didn't know one thing they were talking about in that conference. That's when I realized that I'm probably a big fish in a small
pond. The country of the blind.
Yeah. So it was I was actually representing my company at that conference, and I was like, okay, yes, I was able to go through it, But in reality, a lot of the conversations I didn't know what they were talking about. So I realized that I need to expand my horizon, and that's the first reason I left my first company.
After how many years though?
5.
Okay.
But of course, within those 5 years, I had grown and I had changed departments. So in reality, each role I had spent an average of maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
So a year and a half, 2 years in each role, but total I spent 5 years there. Then now talking about people just staying. I've been in two companies on average where the average person has been there 15 years. On average.
Is it government? Why you call it government company? Because see, that has railway written all over it. Remember those days they say, it worked in railway. If you see, if you look at most people's maybe parents' 80th birthday or 90th birthday program, you see, he worked in railway for 40 years, being posted across the country.
That was then.
That's what I'm saying. That was then now.
No, but in this scenario, maybe it's a thing about the industry. Most people don't move around, unlike banking where it was logistics.
No, so you need to now remember, or you need to now let's work with what is the current reality now. Fintechs is making people move.
It's like banks now. It's like banks.
No, it's not. It's not like banks. Fintechs are like, it's like the hot new thing on the block.
Because one, you have many,
and they're just offering money, and
you have many, so people are jumping. They don't spend long.
They don't spend long, and you jump around and VP.
And it's not just the industry; it's also the generation. So you started out saying our parents, they will stay their entire lives. Us maybe move several. There are some people doing 3 different roles in 1 year. This generation.
In different companies.
They
can't be loyal, even in marriage.
Yes.
3 companies in 1 year.
But you've not seen 3 companies in 1 year.
No, I've not.
I've seen them. You see, our producers are looking at us because we're saying the truth.
3 companies in 1 year.
Yes. And she's not.
No, because I would be confused. Because it's like dating 3 women. One day you call somebody the wrong name now. So I'll be in the office, I'll just say, present, I'll just say,
So it's also tied to, there's a lot, which is why I'm saying a generation thing. So there's that whole gig economy thing. So the psychology of the gig economy is that you can work for multiple people at even the same time.
Yeah, so you are not.
So in fact, the word now they call it is portfolio career. Yeah. So you might be an individual with a set of skills, but it's the gig economy. But other people call it portfolio career. You are working with multiple people.
So basically, would that person be a full staff in all these companies? So I'm still going back to that 3 a year. Would the person be a full staff in those 3 companies? Because if you are doing in a year, that means you are working an average of 4 months.
The example I gave, the person was a full staff.
And that person is not serious.
Yeah. So when I interviewed the person, and I saw 3 places in 1 year. For me, it was already a red flag, obviously.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, what happened? It was money.
Well,
it was money.
Because
so
I like money.
He moved for money, but now
he's not he's looking for stability.
But now he's a red flag. He's a moving red flag already.
Okay, I even wanted us to talk about that thing, because if it was a red flag, you won't be employed today based on your CV and the number of.
It always comes up.
Yeah, so
it always comes up.
And then I compare it with my peers abroad. It's not a big deal abroad. Contracting, people change jobs. But in Nigeria, if you go for any interview at a certain age and you've worked in maybe more than 5 or 6 companies, somebody will ask you, we noticed that you've moved around quite a lot.
With
that's
good
a polite way to say you moved around.
No, but they're asking with good reason.
Yes, so
you want to hire someone, you don't want the person to go in the next 6 months.
But you see, I always say something, you just can never tell. What if that company itself is now toxic? The company that is asking me if I will go in, it will be toxic and I won't run away. So honestly, I just feel like you can never know what anybody is thinking. Imagine if you are, let me give an example. You've been chasing one role for years, your dream role. I don't know where your dream role is. Let's say you've been dreaming of working in LASMA your entire career, and then you're now sad. You're interviewing at Chevron. After Chevron, you now enter Chevron. After 3-4 months, LASMA now calls you to come. You resign and go now, because that's your dream job. This is so funny. This example is so funny in my head because it happened. Because it can never happen.
But it's happened to you now.
How will it happen? Are you mad? No, I'm just giving an example. So for someone else, the person will just say, I'm going, no hard feelings.
No, but it happens. It happens. But now, with this, it's not a one size fits all.
Exactly.
Circumstances matter. So that one of our guys, right?
Mm.
He was interviewing. He got a job,
Uh-huh.
but his dream job, after he had accepted that first job, his dream job now came. Won't he go?
Exactly.
He will go now.
It has even happened to me too before.
You understand?
Although luckily for me, where I was, before I needed to say, I want to go, they were acquired. And they had said, boy, when they acquire us, anything can happen. Oh. So it now felt like you are being proactive to look for other opportunities. So I was just fortunate in that scenario. But that aside, one of the big questions that we've not addressed is how do bad managers impact your decision to leave?
I think I've heard a quote somewhere where they say most people leave the job because of their manager, and I think it's true.
Yeah.
I think it's really true. As in,
It's frustrating.
yeah, there are some people that, just working for them is stressful, headache. By Sunday, the person is already depressed because you are going to interact with that person on Monday.
What's the worst example of? I assume you've had bad managers.
Not in that.
I've
been lucky. I've been lucky with
the
managers.
worst thing I've done because of a bad manager is to park on Third Mainland Bridge to send an email.
To resign?
No, resign. Where will I still work? It was pressure.
So there was pressure. You have to park.
Hey, what am I going to do? Will I wait to get to Ikeja? Before I get to Ikeja, everything would have scattered. Let me just find somewhere. Just as you're about to climb Third Mainland Bridge, I just started saying, sending email.
No, I have to admit, I've been very lucky with bosses. Very lucky.
So I thought I had been. In fact, the boss before that boss left. That's why this interim boss you knew about her now, made my life hell. And after 2-3 weeks, I started job hunting. And no, I can't do this. I just started job hunting immediately. And that's the only, I've had other bad managers, but that's the only time that I just said no. Like, we knew we didn't like each other. We had a meeting one day, we were discussing, and she was saying it casually, I know you don't like me.
She actually said that.
I swear, it was hilarious.
She actually said that.
Yeah, she said, there's no love lost between us, blah, blah. Now, which I was not, yeah. Like, so, in fact.
She actually said that. She was ready to get you out.
When I left, because me too, I had reported that this. There were about 3 of us that were senior in the team that were trying to protect the other junior members of the team, because if those ones saw what we were seeing, they would freak out. So before I left, I had reported to HR that, look, this and this and this is what's happening. So after about 5 months, somebody from the I left the company, somebody called me to say she's facing disciplinary panel, and
that was your former boss?
That they need my feedback. I was like, hold my cup. She said, when am I said, you just give me a 1-hour slot. I will help you. I'm ready to help you. So she reached out to one of my colleagues. She's not been able to get in touch. I said, no, I will call her for you. I called her. I said, hello, they're going to call you about this, babe. We'll be ready. Be ready.
So did you go?
May God forgive me, but I took her out. We went in. She did majority of the work for us, because the things that she was doing, she was not trying to bring down the person that recommended her for employment.
No, she's a toxic person. She's a toxic person.
At the beginning, we didn't know. So it was like,
someone recommended her, and
that person didn't know at all. That person was suddenly wondering why the MD didn't like her. What have I done wrong? She was feeding information directly. Anyway, that's just an example of bad management.
In this scenario, is there anything that can be done to change the relationship with the bad manager?
Yes.
What? Like what?
You go on LinkedIn and look for work. You go on LinkedIn and look for work, man, because
no, I've heard stories.
Most of the time, it's their nature. Oh, well, I have a good example.
Tell me.
So, there was this boss I had, female. The boss before her, fantastic guy. I would say it was like my first real full-time work boss. I loved the guy. Like, I used to adore him. He was like, when you hear stories about bad boss, and this guy is so nice. He will buy lunch for us. He will buy dinner. He will set targets, not on paper. He can say, if you guys can do this thing tomorrow, I'll do this for you. Ridiculous as it sounds, on our own, we'll take the initiative and say, this was like early stage of my career, and like three of us would say, you know what, let's not go home, let's work overnight to do that thing.
Oh, their bosses like
He
that.
was,
Their bosses
he
like
wasn't,
that.
he didn't make it like by force. You were, after a while, this guy spoiled us to the state that excellence just became like, you have to do it for him. You have to do it for him.
A lot of
You are spoiling my story. I was leading to my example of bad that turned good now.
bad that turned good,
Yes,
good that
so
turned bad.
I mean, bad that turned good.
Yeah.
So after that Oga that we like left, a lady now came to replace him. In fact, it was fire for fire. Now, I didn't have anything to lose. I was young, probably stupid, no family, nothing, or anything that was to happen.
Nothing.
I didn't care. So she came, fighting us. I think she kind of felt like that guy was very soft on all of us. We were too close to him. Then
Was she in the company while
she was in the
so
company.
she had been
She had been
observing,
and
seeing
then
things?
she felt like the way we love him, we're not going to love her like that. So let her just come in, guns blazing.
Nothing to lose.
She just came, problem every day. One day, she and I now fought. We fought on the corridor. She was shouting, I was shouting back. I said, can you come? And I said, our former guy, he doesn't do like this. Like, who is this rat? Who is this one? She went to call somebody else. Now called, then intervened. Anyway, long story short, one day, of her own finger, she just sent me, is it Teams?
There was teams then.
There was an office chat. I can't remember what it was that. What do I think she's doing wrong? That I know that she doesn't. She knows that I don't like her, but that what can she do? I just did like this. I started typing. She now saying, "But you too, this, that. You're not giving me a chance. Everything is about that guy.
So something must have happened to her.
It was just
self-reflection.
Yeah, maybe somebody spoke to her, but it came from a genuine place, and we became buddies. Even after she left, I would go to her office, sit down and chat, blah 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 blah. But that's like 1 in 10 million, if you ask me.
No, she was like Paul that saw the light and transformed.
But nothing could have happened to her. If anything,
someone must have spoken to her.
Yes, which is
nowhere.
It still means that she's a good person. She took that feedback and she acted on it. Now, money. What percentage of people live?
A lot of people live for money.
I've never done that before.
Dude, you've said it at least twice on this particular episode.
I'm about value creation, my brother.
At least
creating
twice
value.
That you
solving problems. Initiatives.
Especially in this our environment, you can't blame people for moving for money. But now the question is, how often should you move? And to be honest, sometimes even the money that you are is not necessarily worth it. Sometimes you might think as an example, let's say you live on the mainland, your office is on the mainland.
Yeah.
Then they give you you have a new job now on the island. Now note, you have to come to the office every day. They increase your salary. In this scenario, most likely, whatever increase you're going to get, transportation and stress alone will take it out.
Yeah.
So in some cases, the point I'm trying to make is that, yes, the salary net coming to your account might be more, but it's not worth it.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Your salary now is fine, it's fair. I mean,
it can be better.
Okay. It can be better.
Or
it's okay.
It can be better.
If somebody comes now and offers you exactly double your monthly net with a cherry on top, would you leave?
Yes.
Now, you leave for that.
I'm at a stage where you have to plan for university.
Exactly. So you leave, Abi.
Yeah.
Now, you are now there for another 4 months. Somebody else now comes and offers you double of that new double.
No, you can't do that.
Why can't they do it?
Maybe if I was earlier in my career, I would consider it.
Do you know what double of your double is?
No, I hear you. I hear you. But no, you can't do that.
If they have an idea of your money, somebody will double it, then double the double. You will leave now. You will leave. Let me
Stop putting me on the hot seat. Let me tell
you what will happen. You're like, Adesh, I shouldn't be doing this. I just started here now. Like, come on now. That money, you do a lot of things. That's what you see. You know, I won't lie. The money is a lot. It's plenty. You will leave. So it's easy
I'll consider it. I'll consider it.
No, don't say consider.
Double of
you will leave. Double of double.
Double of double.
But imagine you are collecting 1 million now. Somebody gives you 2 million, then less than 8 months,
4 million.
4 million. So it's not an easy. It's not an easy decision.
So me saying I won't move. We know it's a lie.
Yes.
We know, but I will consider it. Okay. Let's leave it like that.
Yeah, let's leave it like that.
I'll consider it.
We'll take it offline after this. I will laugh at you. So now another question is the complacency versus stability question. You know, when even if everything is okay, you have a good manager, the money is good, you're not working for railway now. When should you actually say, let me move?
I've seen it.
Should you wait till there's see finish? Because there are some instances where
I've seen it. You know, I've talked about some companies where I worked where the average person has been there 15 years. Now, the problem they face is that because they've been there so long, they don't even know how to look out.
Yeah.
All they know are the processes of that particular company. So it's so difficult for them to even consider going out.
There are the people that if you need anything, they say, go and ask him. He knows it has been here long. They say it's a good thing, but I don't think it's
not a good thing until they I was talking to one of my former colleagues and he was just telling me that they were laying off a lot of people, you know, and some of the people they've been there long.
They said they should leave them or
no, they laid them off.
Wow. That means they have just been like furniture. There's no real new value.
How can you say someone is furniture?
No. I mean, they had a meeting to discuss this thing. So they are like, what is this person? He has just been here for 20 years. No. The new kids on the block are bringing the fresh ideas. What
happened? And you know, we've talked about AI. One department, AI just took all of them out.
In this Nigeria? Wow.
Nigeria.
So maybe we should add that how do you know when it's time to leave? Be tracking the AI that can do your job. The minute you see
you have to.
AI that can do your job. But if AI can now do your job, that will apply anywhere else you are going.
So you need to continue to improve yourself. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. But to be honest, we all have to be on our on the hot seat because it's coming. I see it every day.
Okay.
You understand? So this was just an example because I'm having that conversation with that former colleague yesterday, and he was just telling me this person has gone. They wiped out this department, and I said, why? AI. Because all the things, the manual things we're doing, they digitized everything. They feed it.
Wow.
Yeah. And in Nigeria. International company, but of course, Nigeria.
They don't even hesitate. It's Nigeria. If it was a Nigerian company, there will be sentiment.
No sentiments here.
Wow. Anyway, summary. I think at different stages in your career.
You didn't. I know we're summarizing, but you still not told me the ideal length of.
That's why I'm saying that it should be based on the stage you are in your career. I feel like early stage at the same. It's confusing because at the same time, the early stage is when you should be learning.
Yeah.
But it's also when you are free enough to jump around.
I think in the early days, that's when you should
move around.
You should experience different things. You need to get as much skills as you can. You need to expand your network as wide as you can. So your jumping around is easier when you are younger. You don't have responsibilities.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you need to think well before you jump. You know?
So let's put a time frame because. As an aside, I went for an interview once that I didn't think I qualified, but what they said was it was the diversity in your history that was attractive. Not necessarily that you have that experience for that role. They just like that you shall touch different sectors, which is a good thing. But if I touched all those sectors, I realized that I touched all those sectors between 0 to like year 10. So I think 0 to year 10 is fine to jump around. After year 10, you need to start calming down, stability.
Yeah.
You know, obviously by year 10, you're thinking marriage. If you're not married already, you need work on your getting into management. You can't do that by jumping around.
Yeah.
Some people achieve it, especially with fintechs. Jump to 3 before you know it, you are VP. Or there's some funky titles in fintech. And some people I like titles when I was title used to shock me. So I could have taken extra 20k for title. It's funny that I say it now, but it was my reality then. So now that you have many fintechs offering juice, and for some reason they have money, because Series A and Series B that they do, they offer ridiculous pay packages to people in the normal financial institutions and all that. So it's harder for them to say no. So I would say 0 to 10.
Explore.
I don't want to say, I want to say play around. That's like,
Explore.
Explore. Move around. Learn.
Yeah.
Then after that, calm down. If you can. What's your own take?
I think I'm aligned. That first decade, I'm going to stick with you. But that first decade, that's the time to explore. That's the time to get all the skills you want to build a good foundation for your career. Expand your network. So the advantage of moving around is that you're also expanding your network. You understand? And you're giving yourself a wide breadth of knowledge and skills and opportunities as well. But after that, you need some level of stability. You will still move around, but you're not going to be moving around every 6 months, every 1 year. That's by the time you enter your second decade and plus more.
Sorry, last thing.
What?
And I think it's very, very important. If you're in a company, because everything we have been talking about is when you should move and how you should move. If you're in a company, the pay is good, you are getting promoted, everything you need in life, you are happy, you are enjoying the job, your promotions are coming regularly, is there really any reason to leave?
What are you looking for?
Exactly.
So
there are those outliers, and people should be aware of it.
You gave an example.
35 years, yeah. I looked at his LinkedIn. He has held about 12 different roles in a 35-year career. That's about 3 years per role across the world. So please,
I'm not saying
if you enter IOC, don't go anywhere. If you just manage to enter, don't go anywhere.
What are you looking for?
No, you have to be clear.
To be honest, so even when I give the example of some people have spent 15 years, I'm not looking at it necessarily as a negative in the record.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have spent 15 years in some of those companies and they have different experiences. It's not necessarily negative. So I think what's more important is self-awareness.
Yeah.
Know where you want to go, your own vision and mission for yourself. And based on that,
I
find a path for yourself.
I also want to use this medium to tell all the IOCs out there that if you give me a job, I will die there. I will never leave, I can assure you, because I'm looking for stability.
And for the record, because I know you very well, I know he's saying the truth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the reference.
And with that, we'll say
bye-bye.
Cheers.